Greetings. Based on our research, here is a perspective of two North Carolina schools that contrast in performance, where one is labeled Title I and the other is labeled a School of Excellence. We conducted a study on the schools based off key factors that play a part in the school's academic performance. We decided to study Grimsley High School, which is labeled high performing, and Benell Smith High School, which is labeled Title I or low performing, both of which are part of the Gilford County school system. The three focal points we decided affected the school's performance were environment, which is the location of the schools and surrounding area, funding, which is the school's budget and how it's being used or dispersed, and demographic, which is a racial breakdown of both the student and faculty population.
This is Grimsley High School interview with Andrew and Trey. We are interviewing Mr. Atiba Bethia.
We ain't been gone that long.
How would you describe the culture here at your school?
Are you talking the social culture or the academic culture of the school?
If you don't mind covering both, maybe a little bit
All
from
right.
each.
Grimsley definitely has a culture of academic excellence. We have a long tradition of, of just academic success. In fact, we place a high premium on academics here over athletics, where a lot of schools might kind of sacrifice the focus on academics to bring athletic recognition and scholarships to the school. Here, academics is job one, and everything else is secondary. And that's why we have the Spanish immersion program here, which Trey came through. We have the IB program here. We have a plethora of AP classes here, and we encourage all the students to participate in taking higher level classes, but many of them just choose not to. We even have honors courses in every program that we have at the school, including the CTE program. But a lot of the students just don't want to be challenged, and they choose not to work hard because they don't want to be challenged. They just want to get by. And then from a social standpoint, Grimsley's like an extremely laid-back school. Kind of reminds me of a little UNCG, kind of eccentric, where you just come as you are. I wouldn't say there are a lot of cliques, but there are a lot of people that just do their own thing, and we're real accepting of diversity at this school. Dinner.
Other than state funding, what type of funding does the school receive, and how do you guys use that to?
We have an extremely strong parent-student PTSA association.
Okay.
So they give out scholarships and grants for clubs and stuff like that to help with field trips. Then our alumni association is extremely strong. Oh, our alumni association, man, you think we were a little college. As many scholarships and stuff as they give out. And they're always walking through the school seeing what the needs are. They go to their board meetings, and then the need is there, it's done.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? This is a unique situation. Then you got to look at it. Grimsley is the oldest high school in Gilford County. So we have the most tradition. And when you have attorneys and senators and other politicians and mayors that have come from this school, they're not going to let this school fall, but so far, we're not going to fall but so much before they're like, what do we need to do to get it back up to the worldly way? That's why it's frustrating for me, because there's I didn't tell y'all this. I'm going to say I've been here, this is my 10th year. And 4 out of my 10 years, Grimsley was one of the top 100 high schools in America, period.
Wow.
Not in North Carolina, top 100. In America, period. Yeah, around the time you was rocking here or about to come in. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, in America, according to U.S. News and World Report, if I'm not mistaken, 4 years in a row.
So we're going to ask you questions in regards to the school funding, the environment, demographics, and then student and faculty interaction. So it's just going to be a few questions based on those major things. and that's about it. Nothing too personal or anything like that.
And we generated these questions. We asked them at the other schools as well. So our first question is, how is parent participation here at Ben L. Smith High School?
It could be better. It's difficult sometimes to get our parents out, and that could be due to transportation issues that they may have, or sometimes it could be a lack of care. And I think some of our parents think that the staff members can handle the situation. It all depends on what it is. A lot of times when we have scholarships, so that they'll come out for that or something like that. But as far as discipline, it's difficult sometimes to get our parents out to come when we talk to our students. Our PTA is trying to do better about that, trying to get more parents involved with our school to ensure that they know everything and to ensure that we have that side of the involvement to help the student matriculate through school. So yeah, but it can be difficult, but it's getting better, I would say.
As far as like the environment is concerned, how often is there like student altercations within throughout the school? As far as I wouldn't necessarily say like it have to be a fight or anything, but just something that would distract the students from just the learning environment.
I would say every day.
Every day.
I wouldn't say a fight every day per se, but I would say there's a mediation that needs to be done every day. You're dealing with adolescents that hormones are still raging. They don't know how to confront people, or, well, lack of a better term, no, I wouldn't say confront. They don't know how to speak with each other. Confrontation is the way they speak with each other. So instead of walking up to someone and saying, can we talk for a minute? Do you have a disagreement with me? They'll say, yo, I heard you had beef with me. What's up? That will cause the other person to say something, But I will say there's something that goes on every day with working with their social skills to ensure that they're more equipped to speak with each other on a level that they should. But yeah, every day I would say we deal with some type of something between two students or more.
And how would you describe the culture here at the school, as far as
is it predominant in one race, or is it a diverse?
We're the most diverse school in Gilford County. We have 40 different nationalities within our building. We also have the most exceptional children, and that's like children that need some special needs, some special services. We have the most in Gilford County, and we also hold the largest ESOL population, which is our learners that have not been like English as a second language. So we have a lot of different multicultural barriers and multicultural students here. So we're the most diverse, but I will say predominantly we're African American. Most of our students are low income students and first generational college bound students that they are. And before Gilford County went on free lunch for everyone, we were about 87% free and reduced lunch. So that just tells you sort of demographic that we serve here at GCS.